after my playhouse built, and this is what it looks like also today. As you can see, we've been working really super duper hard, and yeah.
I'm going to start off by answering two questions you may be asking yourself right now. One, is the shipping container playhouse done as it stands right now? I know I said it was just going to be a couple of videos, but the short answer is no. I still have to do all of the fun stuff like the bridge and the climbing wall and finish out the inside and kind of definitely make it look more like a playhouse. And that leads me into the next question. Why is this thing looking like a tiny house or some micro home? Well, the short answer is I believe everything should have more than one use or function, and the likely aspect of this is that it won't be a playhouse forever. But I'll touch a bit more on that at the end. So now let me get you caught up on how I got it to this point right now. So I think I'm going to make a game time decision. This middle section that I was going to leave open for a strip of the polycarbonate to kind of have a lengthwise skylight, I think it's actually going to be allowing too much light in, and in the warmer months, definitely too much heat. So I think I'm going to take these 2x6s out, just frame it up normally, have a solid roof, and then I will add the skylight on the side and maybe an extra window on the side for light. This kind of stinks because I already had my plywood cut to the shapes I needed for these side panels. But I don't know, maybe I'll have to get one more sheet to completely cover it up. Bring some extra material above this from the underside of the eave, just so that any water sheds over the top of the window and then down the sides. This is the frame of what will be the balcony or the front porch of the playhouse. I've just put it together with some pieces left over from my welding table build. These heavy looking pieces is the same material that I used for the welding table legs. But anyway, I've inset this in a manner where I can set some 2x3s or 2x4s in like this, and they will sit pretty much flush with this outer edge. Now I just need to add some legs on it on one side to go into the ground. The other side will attach to the playhouse, and then I'll figure out some sort of railing later. And then throw it over there with the other stuff. Good job. Look at that big one. So this is going to be held up in place by these bolts on this side, and then I'm going to concrete the legs on this side.
You're a hard worker, aren't you?
Doing a good job.
Thank you.
So this area right here, you just saw me frame up, is going to be the side skylight area where I'm going to put this polycarbonate panel. And these little white things right here are little foam closure strips, and they just act as a good way to mount the panel to. And basically I'm just going to put the panel up now. So now you're all caught up on how it's progressed to this point of the build. What do I have left to finish out this project and to make it a bit more fun? Well, I've mentioned it several times, but it is definitely to add the climbing wall and add the bridge. And then I have plans to add a little fireman's pole on that side. And I'm actually thinking about maybe incorporating a swing set, probably bringing my daughter's existing one and kind of mating it up with the back half of the playhouse. Not exactly sure on that one. With regard to the climbing wall, instead of putting the holds directly on the metal, which I had originally planned on doing, I'm now thinking that I'm going to make a separate wall. So the next wall will stand somewhere about here, and it'll probably be out maybe about a foot. That way I only have to tap into the wall up at the top, and then I will anchor it to the ground. And I may make it where it can swivel back to get more of a challenging climbing wall, or maybe have it lean forward just while my daughter is still pretty young. She's just about 4.5. And then the other thing is I will be finishing out the inside with some insulation that was left over from the shop project. And I'm going to be adding a railing to this little deck thing. And I need to add some stairs too. So I guess that is quite a bit of stuff. I will probably do the stairs, the railing, the climbing wall, the little fireman's pole, and maybe the swing set. And I actually might leave the bridge for its own video because I'm starting to think that might be a big project, and I don't know if I quite have enough scraps. Let me get to the other thing I was thinking. Because yes, it does kind of look like a tiny house, micro home, maybe not so much a little castle playhouse or anything like that. As I mentioned before, there are going to be a lot more fun elements and things of that nature. My sister is going to work with me to do some cute little paintings and add some color to the playhouse. But on the tiny house aspect or micro home, I definitely am building this with the intention that it may eventually get used as something else, maybe a guest house as my daughter gets older. Maybe it'll be a little retreat for her, or a retreat for mom and dad, or a little home office, or heck, if we ever hit hard times, maybe I could sell it. Granted, I don't want to dig this out of the ground, but I definitely feel that if I was going to make the efforts to build something for her, it could at least be something that could eventually morph into something bigger. I don't know if that made sense. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. As always, I thank you for watching. Definitely give this a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you want to see some more behind the scenes photos of these projects and other random things that I do, check me out on Instagram. That is definitely the social media that I found it easiest to post to consistently. You might also see those posts on Facebook, but it's just because I'm linking to them from Facebook. And on a side note, if you guys do like this channel and you want to support the kind of random projects I do, you may have noticed that I have an Amazon link that I post down below in the description, and if you click on it, I may receive a commission if you purchase something through Amazon. Doesn't cost you any extra money. Recently, I opened up a storefront so you can see a lot of the things that I have purchased through from Amazon through the years. And anyway, you can check it out. It's a little more of a personalized thing, and about 95% of the things I have on there are things I actually own and really like. So definitely check it out. And if you want to support the channel, I may receive a little bit during your holiday shopping. But definitely I say get it where you find it cheapest. So don't do it just for me. But if you do want to check it out, I will put a link down below. So as always, I thank you, and we will see you next time.
That's pretty much it. And we will see you next time. Hugs and kisses. Goodbye.
That was really good.
Can I see it?
Yeah.